Welcome to my live stream, guys. Make sure this audio is working. Just give me 1 second as you're getting settled into my live stream here. Testing, testing. Just give me 1 second as you're getting settled. It works. All right. I'm going to make sure that this works here. Give me a second here. This is just a test here. It works. All right, guys, welcome to my live stream. Here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a little bit. Rats, I haven't used this in a long while here. There it is. Welcome to my live stream. This is the permanent Central Standard Time movement now for Indiana. Tonight, I'm going to present why. I'm going to present why we should not have. Sorry, my camera is shaking. Why we should not have daylight saving time here in Indiana, and we need to be on permanent Central Standard Time here in Indiana. I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to do my entire screen, of course. There it goes. I'm going to use my note cards to help me. Okay, so it's 7 a.m., it's pitch black outside, and you're like, it's so dark, I don't want to go to school, I just want to sleep in, I feel so tired in the morning, why do I have to go to school that time? I felt like this as a teenager, and I feel like this as a teenager right now. What if I told you that you are waking up at a whole different hour than intended? You're not waking up at 7 a.m. at all. You could be waking up at 6 a.m. or even 5 a.m. maybe. Many people think that daylight saving time extends your hours into the evening and conserve energy. Well, guess what? It doesn't. Today, I'm going to explain the side effects of daylight saving time and why it's lobbied by corporations and industries. And third, why most of Indiana is in the wrong time zone. And four, why the Sunshine Protection Act is way more dangerous than the biannual change. So by the show of hands here, in the chat, who thinks that daylight saving time is great? It's like we got no one. Unless people can, Okay. For those that think that daylight saving time is great or have their hands up or whatever, you're about to hear the real truth on what's happening behind daylight saving time. Side effect number 1, heart attacks. According to Hillary Brueck from Daylight Saving Time is literally killing us. It's time to end the switch. Hospitals report a 24% spike in heart attacks every year on the Monday after the switch forward. And doctors report a 21% drop in heart attacks on the Monday after falling back. Do you know who else loves daylight saving time more than anything else? Electricity. Side effect number 2, increased electricity bills. According to Catherine Porter from Why Daylight Saving is Bad for the Environment, daylight saving time costs Indiana homes an extra $8.6 million in electricity bills each year because of chugging air conditioners. If daylight saving time is so bad, then why are we still observing it? I'll give you the answer. It is because of corporations and industries. According to Michael Downing from the podcast called The Reasoning Behind Changing Daylight Saving from All Things Considered, the petroleum industry lobbies in 1930, which means that gasoline consumption goes up and consumers spend more. Here's how we got into this 8-month the national 8-month window of daylight saving. Downing states, in fact, they went so far during the 1985 hearings on daylight saving as to put candy pumpkins on the seat of every senator, hoping to win a little favor. They didn't get it then, but they got it this time. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest reason why we have daylight saving is because of money. Money, that's all. That's mostly what they care about. So this year, on the week after Halloween, we fall back, which means that we have more daylight in the mornings. But even with the falling back, there are areas that still have dark mornings in the winter time, because those areas are observing the wrong time zone. Let's look at Indiana, for example. According to John Greekitz from Central Time for Indiana, Indiana lays well within the border of the Central Time Zone, as you can see here. But most of Indiana observes the Eastern Time Zone, which is disadvantaged compared to other states that are in the right time zone. New York sun rises an hour before Indiana does. Technically, most of Indiana observes daylight saving year-round, which is called the Sunshine Protection Act, or should I say the Shifting Act, as James C. Clark puts it. According to James C. Clark from Daylight Saving Year-Round, once a disaster, always a disaster, all this bill accomplished was move darkness from afternoon to morning. That's like cutting off one part of the blanket and moving that part to covering your head, and moving that part to your feet and calling it a longer blanket. No, that doesn't happen like that. What was the result of this? Millions of school children were going to school in pitch black darkness. More 16, 17, and 18-year-olds were on the dark road. Accidents soared. Schools and parents protested. And after just 8 months, Nixon resigns and Congress repeals this experiment. But yet, Senator Rubio wants it back. Senator Rubio claims that there's a study showing that there's decreased economic activity when not in daylight saving time. Why bring back something that hasn't worked? What's the point? Ladies and gentlemen, watching this live stream, the truth about daylight saving is that it was meant for money and hurting the American people. It was never meant to consume energy. Why am I saying consuming? It was never meant to conserve energy or expand your hours into the evening. It was just a pure lobbying tactic used by just to line the corporation's pockets. And so, as I mentioned earlier, there are side effects such as heart attacks and increased electricity bills. It was lobbied by corporations and industries. Most of Indiana is in the wrong time zone, and there are extreme dangers to the so-called Sunshine Protection Act, or the Sunshine Shifting Act, as James C. Clark puts it. Now, imagine for a little bit in a country of standard time in the right places. We would be a much healthier nation. We won't have to wake up. We won't have to change our clocks anymore. We wake up to bright mornings most of the year, and corporations start caring more about their employees inside and out. And we would have consistent biological clocks year round, which is why we'd be a much healthier nation. Now we got to the benefits. How do we make this change? My YouTubers, My subscribers watching this live stream, please go to safestandardtime.com/action if you're on your phones or tablets, computers, or whatever. And you should see the Contact Your Lawmakers section. One of the first and easiest options to do is the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and the pre-written message. So what you do is go to the link that safestandardtime.com/action/provides. Go to the link where it says tell Congress to stop the clock, and where you see is the pre-written message. And there is also a body where you can write your own personal message to your lawmakers. There's also ResistBot. Now, it was a little bit hard for me to write a message to my representative, to my lawmakers, and I think I contacted my governor with this. There's quite the number of steps, and I texted 50409 and followed its instructions, but it depends on the person's experience with it. There's also 270 to win. First, I recommend that you use a specific address and zip code on the search bar and click on your state, and your state and congressional leaders will be listed. There's also a petition that safestandardtime.com provides is at change.org, and there's already a link to it. Click on the link to change.org on the where the petition is, sign it. You can donate it. You can donate it and or share it. If you don't want to donate, that's fine too. Now that we have the tools to, well, these are just two of the options. There are many options you can do. Now we got a few of the options down. What now? What else now? We have to stop believing the lies of the government favoring lobbyists. Join forces and band together to make the change happen. We have to inform people of the truths, not the lies. Now, it's not all going to happen overnight, but with persistence, patience, and perseverance, we will make this change happen. I hope you love my message today about daylight saving time and being in the wrong time zone, and have an amazing journey. That is it. Now I will take questions. Guess we got no questions right now. If you liked my presentation today, give this video a like. Make sure you share this with the friends and family that you know. And make sure that they know this presentation so that they can make this change too. I know my mom's camera is shaking right now. It's because I'm on my bed. I'm going to hold it down. Hope you like this live stream today and have an amazing journey.